Well, hopefully it won't be too long before people realize I only have 3 shirts. Excuse me. Hey. Oh, hello there. How are you? I'm not very good. I was thinking recently I want to shake things up. I want to make more content, and I guess to make more, you gotta make more diverse content. And then I started saying content too much, and I got bored, so I thought it was a better idea if I just listened to some music. And so I thought, yeah, why don't I start reviewing albums? But there needs to be some sort of format. So I've decided, I haven't nailed the title yet. First take, round 1, something like that. I'm going to pick a band. Maybe eventually it will be up to viewers like you. On my own, I gotta come up with my own ideas. Come on now. I'm going to pick a band, check out their first album, studio album number 1, and just look at it. See if it's like, oh, we picture this band like this, but they actually start like that. Blah, 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 blah. Now, with this album review series, I want to do it a particular way. I am gonna give a general rating to the album as a whole, but what I'm gonna do instead is rate the individual tracks. The album will not get a star rating. The album will get like a hey, good, or whatever. But individual tracks, I'm gonna rate them on a 3-star system. A 1 star is a dud. 1 star, in my opinion, is just not worth it. 2 star, it's fine. You know, sometimes it just needs a polish. Sometimes they do it live and it's better, you know. A 2 star. 3 stars are perfect. You got a 3-star track, you got a classic. Count it up, give the facts, give the stars, rate it, boom, boom, boom. Have fun with it. Come on. It's all about seeing where an artist starts and where an artist goes. Seeing the distance. So I picked the best band. I picked the best band. Just for you. Motorhead. We are discussing Motorhead's debut 1977 album, the titular Motorhead. So we are just going to pippity-poppity-pop, step by step, go through the album track by track and discuss it. Because I want to see what makes an artist tick, what makes a person create what they create. Because creating art is fun, creating music is fun, and Motorhead's a better band than you'll ever be in. Motorhead's amazing. If you don't believe Motorhead's amazing, you haven't been listening. You hear that? Use these a lot? Boom. Motorhead. Everybody, there's no argument. There's no argument. So let's go through it. Let's see the evolution and see how many of these tracks are Motorhead tracks. Speaking of which, the band, Motorhead. The album, Motorhead. First track, Motorhead. Awesome. Nailed it. They could have re-released this song on every album they put out. No issue there. Just same, didn't even have to re-record it. They could have just put this track on every album they put out. Just taped it somewhere in the middle, and it's perfect, hands down. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Motorhead. You got to listen to it. So, track 1, Motorhead by Motorhead from the album Motorhead. 3 stars. Easily. Track 2, Vibrator. Punk. That is a pure 100% punk track. It is. The only thing it doesn't have is one of the Ramones screaming, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the start of it. It's sloppy the punk way, but it also has these almost like these classic rock kind of Blue Oyster Culty kind of just these breaks, these little segues in it. Kind of throws it off. It's a little but it's still an amazing track. Track 2, Vibrator. I'm going to give it 3 stars. It's another great track. It's solid. We're 2 for 2 on this. Track 3, Lost Johnny. That's a dud. That's a dud, dude. Like, it's the first real, like, chug chugga chug metal track that they have. But it's... Unless, of course, this turns out to be, like, they play this at every concert, like, it's like a live staple, and because it's got a great outro. The outro's awesome. But... you know, like, if they play this, I'm sure live it would be amazing, but in this situation, no. Track 3, Lost Johnny, I'm giving it 1 star. Track 4, Iron Horse / Born to Lose. Don't know where the slash is there for the musically. If you listen to it, it just sounds like one song, unless like our A section and our B section are actually 2 different songs, but it just sounds like one song, so I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Good. Like, if you've ever been a teenager driving a car, this song works. If you've ever been a middle-aged white guy, this song works. It's an open road track. It's a just the world is your oyster kind of track. It's open. It lives, it's vibrant. But it's that classic rock. It's just a fest. Just an absolute rock riff fest. And I don't know if you can see it there, but I wrote rock riff fest as one word, so there's 3 F's in one row, just so. 3 F's, I'm going to give this a 3-star song. It's not quite Motorhead, you know what I mean? But it's amazing. And this is where this really becomes apparent in the album, that it's not quite Motorhead. Track 5, White Line Fever. It sounds like another band. There's a weird thing I kind of noticed in this album where it might have to do with the era. It might have something to do with them being a step ahead. But this is a very 70s album. And I kind of hinted at that with a couple of the songs. Like, when you think Motorhead, you really think that punch, that drive, that hard, that edge. But there's a lot of classic rock riffage, this flow, this, psychedelia and stuff, just touches of it that you don't usually get in Motorhead. And if you like it, that's for better. If you don't, it's for worse. White Line Fever feels like one of those songs that a band would make. Like, you get 4 guys with guitars and drums, they're going to get White Line Fever at some point. Like, it's not going to be the standout track of their show. It's not the standout track here. But because it's just it feels like a song that anyone could make, it's not the worst. I'm giving it a 2-star. It's not, give it or take. Cover it. Do a better cover of it. Come on, guys. Go to a bar and hear White Line Fever by your best friends. Come on. I think Keep Us on the Road is the worst track on the whole album. I never thought I'd say that I could hear a Motorhead song trying to think. Motorhead is a very primal bass band. It's driven. It's hard hitting. But this kind of feels like they were trying to... Like, it's kind of like when you hear a Rush song that is too much of a Rush song, and you're like, okay, guys, kneel, take 2 of your drums off. Like, there's too much Rush going on right now, guys. There was too much of that going on. Like, there was not enough Motorhead at all. It was very... It's an idea song, it's a concept song, and it doesn't work. It falls flat completely. It's like 6 minutes. 2 minutes in, I was already done with it. 4 minutes in, I had to just drive myself through it. It was not a fan. If you like it, go for it, enjoy it, whatever. I'm not, 1 star. One star, and it's the worst song on the album, in my opinion. Track 7, The Watcher. This may be the best song on the album. I'm going to tie it with track 1, Motorhead, for the best song on the album, The Watcher. It does everything I've complained about this album, everything that I said. It's like Motorhead trying to sound like another band and not being Motorhead. This song sounds like the best version of a Motorhead we're not supposed to have. Like, it's fast, it's hard, aggressive, it's Motorhead, but it's also intricate, and it rocks, and it's got layers to it, and it crescendos. It crescendos beautifully. Specifically track 3. Track 3, Lost Johnny. Obviously, that was the first 1-star on the album. I railed against it. Everything that does wrong, The Watcher does right. It's there. You could put those songs side to side. They are very similar, but one of them is drab and flat and dull, and the other one is electric. The Watcher, best song on the album, 3 stars. And because it was the 70s, and there was only one way to do things in the 70s, track 8, they had to get a cover song in. And to be fair, good choice. Good choice to make in the 70s. If you're a band, you're trying to rock, what do? Aerosmith. Obviously, it's an old blues song. People have interpreted it all, blah, blah, blah. They're doing the Aerosmith version, presumably. And I guess in the modern age, it's usually attributed to most of them. Train Kept It Rolling. Good song for them. It sounds like Motorhead. It's definitely a song that you could do in any band style, but Motorhead did it like Motorhead, and I feel like this really... I'm sure Train Kept It Rolling, playing that live, that probably honed what they were going for. You can hear touches of Ace of Spades and stuff like that. You can hear touches of that album in Train Kept It Rolling. So, it's good. It's great. 2-star. It's a cover. Like, if you can do Motorhead doing Train Kept It Rolling, I think Motorhead can handle doing that. So, final star count for the album. 8 tracks. We got 4 3-star tracks. Motorhead, Vibrator, Iron Horse, Born to Lose, or whatever that's called, and The Watcher. 3 stars. 4 perfect songs. Half that album is a perfect album. That sounds like a great album to me. 2 2-stars, 2 1-stars. And that's fair. That's fair, First album by a band, All in all, I'm going to just say that this is a great album. Do great albums have duds sometimes? Yeah. Is it a perfect album? No. Is it a great album? Yes. Motorhead by Motorhead. Entirely worth it. Get it on a cassette tape, buy a shitty old car, and just drive down the highway to this thing. It's great. It's perfect. I think it's good. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Social media stuff, follow, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Not very G on all social medias. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.